Joliet is known for its wonderful old neighborhoods and beautiful historic homes. However, take a deeper look at these homes. Homes built in 1845 and 1881, 1914 and 1929. What was happening in the world as Joliet became one of the most thriving and diverse cities in the United States? The Campbell Strong House was constructed between circa 1845 and the late 1850s. The house grew over the years with changes in ownership. The earliest portion of the structure is the north wing. The southern wing was added later and shows all the styling of the late 1850s Italianate. Barbara Campbell, the first resident of this home, was responsible for the first platted subdivision of the vast Campbell holdings. By 1865, Charlotte Strong purchased the tract of land now known as the Upper Bluff Historic District. She laid out the streets and named them for her family members. By the early 20th century, the front yard of the house was sold for new construction, and the house once again changed. The structure is now a single-family home and is a part of the Upper Bluff National Register District. The home was built for William Moore, owner of the Moore Stove Factory, a major manufacturer of cast iron and coal-burning stoves in Joliet. The Moore ornamental coal stove was a familiar fixture in front parlors and living rooms in the late 1800s in Joliet. The William Moore House is a 2.5-story wood, clapboard, Italianate neoclassical style structure built in 1872 on a Joliet limestone foundation. The front facade is accentuated by a 1-story neoclassical corner wrap open porch, which is a circa 1910 addition to the structure. A commanding 3-story tower is the focal point of this structure. The Jacob A. Henry Mansion is a 3-story red brick Second Empire Italian Renaissance-style home built on a Joliet limestone foundation in 1873. The structure is set on bedrock, and the entire basement floor is made of Joliet limestone from the building owner's quarry. The walls of the structure are constructed of red Illinois sandstone and deep red brick specially fired in Ohio. The largest stone ever quarried lies in the sidewalk under the front entry gate. The stone is 9 by 22 by 20 inches thick. In 1885, an immense Byzantine dome was added to the south facade. The interior of the mansion has elaborate polished walnut woodwork, massive carved pocket doors, original wood mantels, and a solid walnut staircase. The original owner, Mr. Henry, was a railroad magnate, building railroads in Indiana, Ohio, and Illinois. He had ownership in a local quarry and was a principal stockholder in Will County National Bank. The structure is a local landmark, part of the East Side National Register District, and individually listed on the National Register. The Hiram B. Scott Mansion is a west-facing 3-story red brick Second Empire Italianate-style structure built circa 1882 on a Joliet limestone foundation. The mansion was designed by architect James Weiss for Hiram Scott, a prominent Joliet businessman who was president of Citizen Electric Company and held numerous early patents on barbed wire. The mansion thus became known as Barb Villa. The structure is dominated by a 3.5-story protruding tower and is capped with a Second Empire mansard roof. A distinctive bracketed tin cornice, interspersed with disc bosses, accents the mansard roof. The structure is a local landmark and individually listed on the National Register. The Patrick C. Haley Mansion is a three-story Richardson Romanesque structure built in 1891 by F.S. Allen, a nationally known architect who's made spectacular use of locally quarried limestone. This building has a limestone block foundation and a rough-faced limestone block walls. To honor Mr. Haley's Irish heritage, Gaelic insignias were cut into the stone on the front porch. There is also a three-story windowed tower with a conical roof and an oval stained glass window depicting the likeness of Mr. Haley. Due to the high construction costs, these examples are very rare. Mr. Patrick Haley was an active politician who served as city attorney, ward alderman, and mayor of Joliet. The Haleys entertained lavishly, and their guest list included many politicians, city founders, and newspaper publishers. In past years, the Haley home had been used as a funeral home, and it is currently serves as banquet and special occasion facility. The Walter Pitcher House is an excellent example of the colonial revival style constructed for prominent local businessman Walter Pitcher. The 2.5-story brick structure has an end gable roof with central chimneys rising up each end. The structure was built in 1914 and has a multicolor slate roof and a small classical porch supported on ionic columns. The structure is local and thematic district landmark and is part of the Upper Bluff National Register and local districts. The Rudolph Hohen House is a 2.5-story cement stucco Tudor Revival style structure designed by noted Joliet architect Rudolph Hohen in 1921. The structure features a left-of-center single-front wood entry sheltered by a shallow double-ogee cantilevered roof resting upon shallow ornamental corbels. The timbering frames a series of 10 multi-sided circular medallions which form a horizontal band between the second and third story levels. The front facade is further defined by grouped pairs of 8 pane casement windows. The structure is a local landmark and part of the Upper Bluff National Register District. The Martin F. Kennedy House is a large, picturesque 2.5-story Tudor-style residence built in 1928 on a cement block foundation. The native limestone sills and random placement of projecting brick on the facade contribute to the Tudor style. The structure is a local landmark. The Fred E. Grohue House is a 2-story English Tudor Revival style brick structure with upper level stucco and half timber effect built in 1929 that has been unaltered and well maintained since its completion. The east end of the main north facade has a central chimney flanking multi-pane steel casement windows. The chimney rises through the sloped roof. A shed dormer extends from the chimney to the sloped roof. The central entry is recessed and topped with a small end gable detailed with stucco and timber ornamentation. As history came and then went, the historic residences of Joliet stood tall and strong. Whether it was a time of panic and economic hardship, or war and uncertain futures, these homes somehow came to personify the people of Joliet themselves, people of resilience and strength and hope.